Hey everybody, it's Platform BowEcho at youtube.com/3plav3. The NeoGAF user who goes by ntkrnl has a rather impressive history of starting rumors that go on to be true. Back in January, he basically leaked Microsoft's plans for the next almost 4 years. Up until now, he's been pretty much spot on with everything besides some errors that you can easily justify by changing plans. For us Halo fans, all the way back in January, remember, he claimed there to be Halo 2 Anniversary that includes Halo 5 beta access, a Halo 2 and Halo 4 port for the Xbox One, and that it would include a real-time Halo show like Forward Unto Dawn, which we now know as Halo Nightfall. Furthermore, regarding Halo 2 Anniversary, he had info on there being an alternative ending, which we now see as the new prologue and epilogue cutscenes, which will have ties to Halo 5 Guardians. He also said Halo 5 would be coming a year later in 2015, so pretty much dead on, and that's just what he said regarding Halo. So taking a look at another post from the user on January 30th, he said Halo 5 beta is going to be fun. Should run throughout December, 6 to 8 maps, 2 arena maps, 2 forge maps. By the way, the maps are going to be huge. So you probably noticed he says it will run throughout December. We now know it will actually start December 27th and could run for around a month. January 22nd is an ending date that's been mentioned. So the poster wasn't entirely correct here, but still pretty darn close considering he's referring to about a month-long span somewhere around December. But the part of this post that I'm sure you're most interested in is when he says it will include 6 to 8 maps, 2 arena ones and 2 forge, and that the maps are going to be huge. First off, 6 to 8 maps for a beta is actually quite a bit, but definitely I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. The beta is running basically a year before the game comes out, and I'm sure 343 wants to get as much feedback as possible this time around, so by including more maps and forge maps, they'll be getting a better taste of what the community likes and dislikes. The beta is also running around a month, so a higher amount of maps furthermore makes sense. Having at least 2 arena maps definitely makes sense, especially after the beta trailer we saw at E3 that had an emphasis on arena-style multiplayer. Next, we see 2 forge maps, which I'm assuming to mean that forge itself will be included in the beta, which I think is a great idea considering all the issues with forge in Halo 4 and a general disliking from the community. And then the part about the maps going to be huge, hopefully that isn't referring to the arena maps, but instead to forge maps and maybe some big team battle ones. So if I had to make a guess off this, I'd say that we'd see 6 maps total, 2 arena, 2 forge, and 2 BTB. But guys, remember, this is just a rumor. It has absolutely no confirmation at this point, but I thought I'd pass it along since, as I mentioned in the beginning, this NeoGAF user has been pretty accurate in the past. So I want to ask you guys for your thoughts on this. What do you think of the possibility of there being 6 to 8 maps in the Halo 5 beta, thoughts on the forge maps, and the idea of what, as the poster called it, huge maps in Halo 5? So leave your thoughts on that or anything else down below in the comments. I read every comment on every video, and I love discussing with you guys. So I hope you all enjoyed. This has been Platform BowEcho, and BowEcho's out.